Dominique Bellefonte here?
Yes, she's.
Okay. On the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Dominique Bellefonte, 25-03-267.
Anna Buckingham for the people requesting to practice under Michigan Court Rule 8.120 under the supervision of Mr. Randall Berman.
Motion to practice is granted.
Good morning, Your Honor. Jessica Straub from the Ingham County Public Defender's Office on behalf of Dominique Bellefonte.
Ms. Bellefonte was scheduled today for a final pre-trial. This is for a domestic violence. If necessary, witness appeared today.
He did, Your Honor.
Was there an offer or how are we proceeding?
I'm currently in discussions about a potential offer with the victim, and then I will be communicating with Ms. Straub this week, so there's no current offer.
Just a final pre-trial. This is not a pre-trial.
And Your Honor.
You can sit tight. Offer needs to be extended today because we're setting a jury trial today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You can have a seat. On the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Jermonte Gates, 25-01987. If everybody who has court needs to be in court today, not in the hallway.
Everybody that has court here with Judge Simmons need to come in and have a seat. Hello. Okay, I got you. I got you. I'm ready to go.
So every time I call somebody, I gotta find anything. Okay, you're Mr. Jermonte Gates.
Yes, Your Honor.
Good morning. We had you scheduled today for a jury trial and a contempt of court hearing. And this is a matter that we're not able to proceed on today due to personal illness of the defender. Is that accurate? We have witnesses here.
Yes, Your Honor, all witnesses appeared.
Okay, we have to reset this because the public defender is unable to appear to proceed. So we'll get you a trial date. You will be the priority trial date on this particular new date.
We can do
Yes,
February 3rd at 8 a.m.
February 3rd at 8 o'clock in the morning.
And that's for both matters, the PA 53 contempt and the.
Do you have any questions today for the court, Mr. Gates?
No.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Not from the people. Nothing further.
All set.
Okay, just wait right there. I get bringing those.
State of Michigan versus, excuse me, Jason Soller, 25-00533.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Jessica Straub, Assistant Public Defender from the Ingham County Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Saller, who is not present this morning, Your Honor, as he is admitted for treatment. And treatment also.
Do you know what inpatient treatment facility he's in?
I think it is try. I do think that
We have a witness here.
we do. Currently no offer. Your Honor, he is at TRICAP and he was ordered to be there by Judge Morgan.
Yes.
2500 2910 FH.
And it's not the position of the people that an offer will be extended, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, so this is a matter that could proceed to trial. I'm going to, however, set it for a review date so that I could find out when he's gonna get out of treatment before we set for trial. 30 days or 60. Sorry? I don't know. How do we know how long he's in treatment for?
That was not.
Okay. February 10th at 9. It's gonna be review date February 10th at 9 a.m. Your victim or witness should check in on that date as well so they can find out when the trial is gonna be set.
Thank you.
No problem. Any additional matters for the record?
Not from people. Definitely.
This is the matter of the people of the state of Michigan versus Amy Stamper, 25-02041.
Anna Buckingham for the people.
And please, the court, David B. Carter Jr. on behalf of Ms. Stanford, who is present.
Okay, this matter was reset today for final pretrial. There was previously an offer, the defendant to plead guilty to count 1. The people were dismissed count 2, and Mr. Carter was awaiting or reviewing some discovery. How are we proceeding at this time?
Thank you, Your Honor. That offer has still been extended. I've discussed that with my client. My client tonight had the opportunity to review discovery and we wish to proceed towards trial. And I believe we have a trial date of February 10th.
All right, this will continue to trial February 10th. Do you have any questions for the court today, Ms. Stanford? Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. You're all set. Michigan versus Akila Thompson, 25-02756.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Jessica Straub, Assistant Public Defender from the Union County Public Defender's Office on behalf of the police officer who is here today, but has just run to the restaurant.
We'll call it matter. State of Michigan versus Juanito Webb, 25-03290. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Jessica Straub, Assistant Public Defender from the Union County Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Webb, who I do believe may be here via Zoom.
Why?
Because he is also in treatment now.
Can you unmute your device? You want to get some support.
All right, never mind. I got it. Thank you. Appreciate it. Sorry about that. I've never been on a Zoom meeting.
No problem. Okay, today was the date scheduled for a final pretrial. Mr. Webb, you said is in treatment. Where's he in treatment?
Mr. Webb, where are you in treatment?
Where am I at? Cedar Roots in Mason.
And until when?
Uh, well, I complete a 30-day program on the 12th of this month. Oh.
Do we have this was a attempted police officer.
Your Honor, we have the officer. We did have,
For the record, I do not require officers to appear for final pretrials.
good to know. We do, yeah.
How are we gonna proceed on this? Is there gonna be a trial or was there an offer?
There is no offer. We're planning to proceed.
I want to proceed to trial.
Well, I did think we were going to consider an offer. I thought you were going to review the body.
So I have to speak with the officer, but there is currently no offer on the table.
Okay, so there's efforts still to negotiate and review the body cam.
Yes.
I'll reset the final pretrial.
Final pretrial, February 3rd at 8 a.m.
Final pretrial is gonna be reset till February 3rd, 8 o'clock in the morning. You need to appear in person unless you're still in treatment, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and then your attorney will be in contact with you if there's going to be an offer extended. Do you have any questions at this time?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're all set.
Okay, thank you.
State of Michigan. Launching here, I thought I saw this one.
Yes.
Oh, okay. State of Michigan versus Abu Alani 25-1914. Parents, please.
How do I get off this?
Working here for the people.
No, y'all.
Good morning.
Mr. Alani was scheduled for pretrial today for an aggravated assault and domestic violence. Wait, that's all must be discussed. So, is there a bond violation hearing that is supposed to be scheduled?
Yeah, I believe it was the underlying, another case that was dismissed.
It's like on the 14th of November, the PA 53 hearing was adjourned to December 4th. Was there a hearing that was held?
Your Honor, I have a note that we dismissed the PA 53 violation. The underlying criminal case is dismissed.
He's supposed to be getting a minute. Did we get it in the minute? I don't know if it's under, the underlying charge was dismissed. We're here for what? For domestic violence? I'm confused. What are we here for then?
I believe there was a new,
Because if the underlying case was dismissed, including a bond violation, which there's no note here telling me that the judge dismissed the bond violation. But if that was, oh no, they put it on the other side. I don't know who handled this one before. People could not proceed. APA moved to amend to aggravated assault. So yeah, this was scheduled today for aggravated assault and domestic violence. Is there a witness here? This is a pretrial? What? I'm confused. Was there an offer?
Your Honor, I have in my notes that we've extended the offer of aggravated assault, dismissed the domestic violence.
That was what happened at the last date. So I don't know why this was set for a pretrial. That's why I'm confused. It should have been
Was
set
a
for final
felony.
pretrial.
It was a felony first, Your Honor, and the people were unable to proceed with the felony.
I'm clear on that part, because my case tells me this started off as an assault with intention to great bodily harm. That this was scheduled for a PE, that it was moved down to an aggravated assault on December 4th. That's why I don't understand why we're here for another pretrial on aggravated assault. Was there a witness that was here at the December 4th date?
This is what.
And so there's no intention to extend an offer on this? Is that accurate?
Your Honor,
No, any further offer, I should say.
no, the
Okay.
aggravated assault.
Well, then we just need a trial date. We don't need a final pretrial. Unless he wants to plead guilty. Did you want to plead guilty to aggravated assault? What happened with the domestic violence? Was that dismissed?
The offer was the domestic violence.
Was for him to plead to domestic violence?
I have listed domestic violence and aggravated assault is still listed, and the offer was that he plead to aggravated assault. There are two different victims for each of those charges.
Ms. Wanji seems to be confused about that. So that's not what she has as the offer. That's why I use plea sheets here. Make them write the offer down. There's some misunderstanding in the system. I have it in my file. So your understanding is that the offer was for him to plead guilty to domestic violence, that they would dismiss the aggravated assault?
The offer was to, before the preliminary exam, the offer was domestic violence, and we refused it. And when we went on the record, they dismissed the aggravated assault with intent to great bodily harm and just kept the misdemeanor.
Oh. I recognize there was probably an offer, you're saying, of a domestic violence prior to the exam,
Yes, Your Honor.
which should have been communicated via email to you and CC'd my office
We were still,
for my policy for probable cause conferences, correct?
we have not received any, what the offer was.
No, I'm asking how it was communicated.
We were talking.
Oh,
to each
okay.
other.
Okay, so this wasn't something that was communicated at the probable cause conference.
It was communicated at the preliminary exam while we were still negotiating, and since my client did not intend to enter any plea,
They amended the felony to an aggravated assault, and the DV continued. So now we have an ag assault and a DV. The offer now is not just the DV, is what you're saying, or at least that's not what you see. I recognize you didn't handle this case previously.
I just found an email listed to Ms. Wanji that states the offer on this is aggravated domestic violence 1 year. So that looks like the last communication we have record of an offer.
Okay, aggravated domestic violence. I guess that would be amending one of these charges and then the other one would go away. Your client is declining the offer. We need a trial date.
yes, Your Honor.
February 24th at 8 a.m.
Noting that you're declining the offer, Mr. Alami. It's over a month between now and the trial date. If that changes, your attorney needs to make the prosecutor and my staff aware that you would like to take that plea 1 week prior to your trial date, okay?
Tell me what was the offer one more time.
It's gonna be an aggravated domestic violence, maximum penalty 1 year in jail. is the maximum penalty. That's not me telling you what you would be sentenced. I don't know what I would sentence you to at this point because I don't know anything about the case. I don't know anything about your prior criminal history. That's just the maximum penalty attached to an aggravated domestic violence. Your attorney might know more about your background and could probably help gauge or advise you as to what he believes I would sentence you to. I don't know. That's just the maximum penalty. To be frank, 90% or 95% or more of the people that I sentence are going on probation, not jail. If that helps you at all. And so you can review the offer in more detail with your attorney, and then let the court know within the next 30 days or 1 week before your trial, if you would like to accept the offer, okay?
Thank you.
You have any questions at this time? Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Okay, people.
No, you're not, thank you.
Thank you, you're all set, sir. Who's in the jail? What's your name in the jail?
Gregory Jordan.
Okay, Mr. Jordan, you owe $324 on a no insurance ticket. What are you in custody for?
I'm in custody because I caught a case back in October.
Okay, are you waiting for trial or are you serving a sentence?
Waiting for trial.
And you don't have a bond, is that what you're indicating?
I got a bond.
What is your bond?
It's like 7,500.
Excuse me?
7,500.
Okay, you're not able to post that bond?
Not right now, no.
Do you have a trial date?
Not yet.
I don't see a.
Where's your case pending at?
Out in Lansing.
What court?
Not sure the course. That's in downtown Lansing.
All the courts are downtown Lansing, that are in Lansing. What court?
In front of Judge Aquilina.
Circuit Court.
Yes.
Does your office have a felony pending with Mr. Gregory Jordan III? He doesn't seem to know. Boss case. The date.
Yes.
There's not yet a trial date.
It's like a circuit court arraignment was December 10th, so it's probably not a pre-trial date, Judge.
Okay, very good, thank you. Okay, so it looks like you're waiting for a pre-trial date at circuit court on a felony. I'm gonna reset this show cause for 60 days.
March 10th at 9:15.
March 10th at 9:15. You're all set, sir. You can remove him. State of Michigan versus Ricardo Huardo, 24-02152, appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Assistant Public Defender Justin Straub on behalf of Mr. Guajardo, who is in tomorrow.
Mr. Huardo, I haven't seen you in years. How are you? Okay, this is a retail fraud, second degree, pre-trial. Was there an offer on this?
Your Honor, we initially requested a second pretrial because I believe that defense attorney Sutter thought there would be a global offer going on with a pending case in 55th. That was resolved without including this case, so we are still in the same place of needing to discuss an offer. So there is not currently an offer that has been extended in this case.
Yeah, this is the only matter he has pending. What's he have to say? Oh. The city case. That's all I see.
Your Honor, it looks like it's the only matter pending. Your Honor, after discussing with defense counsel, we would be willing to dismiss this case, and if we could stipulate to putting restitution on the 55th case, then we'll dismiss this.
And the amount of the restitution.
$177.61 to Meyer.
$100.
$77.61.
Okay, and so what I can do is I can set this for a review date to make sure that this is, or that restitution gets put on his, he's already on probation? Oh, okay, you do a step for that? Okay, sounds good. So we're just going to, this is gonna, we need a dismissal for this one then. You can have a seat, sir. We'll get you a copy of dismissal in just a moment. Let's see, State of Michigan versus Akila Thompson, 25-02756.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Jessica Straw, Assistant Public Defender from the Ingham County Public Defender's Office on behalf of Mr. Akila Thompson, who is standing to my right.
This matter was previously set for final pre-trial, and then was supposed to be continuing to trial. My understanding is that she's pleading to the charge. Is that correct?
That's correct, under 769.48.
Well, no objection to 769.
No objection from the people. That was the discussion. Sorry.
Let's see, do we have an advice of rights? She needs to sign an advice of rights. If she's been pleading to the charge, I don't think. I would appreciate a discussion. Jonisha P.
Yes.
Okay. Remove your HUD, please. This is the matter of the state of Michigan. Actually, should be City of Lansing. City of Lansing versus Jonisha Powell, 25L296347. Ms. Powell, this was scheduled for a show cause because you owe the court $140 for a speeding ticket. When are you going to pay?
I've been trying to work on it, but I've been having financial issues and just been a lot going on.
I asked a specific question, and it was when were you gonna pay, not why you have not paid. I could imagine that you were having financial issues, that's why you didn't. So I need to know when you're gonna pay.
I'm trying to pay it. I don't
I
know
need a
when
date.
I don't have a date now.
Are you employed?
No, I'm not.
Okay. How do you support yourself?
By doing odd jobs.
Okay. Odd jobs like what?
Like cleaning up for people, taking people to where they need to go.
Okay. You need to make a payment of $20 within the next 30 days or it will revert to a benchmark. Do you understand that?
Yes.
This has been pending since September, it looks like. $20 to be paid within 30 days. You'll make a payment of $20 per month until paid in full, okay?
All right.
You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, it's 10:30. Are we ready? For matter back on the record in the matter of with Tequila Thompson, you do have an advice of rights. Ma'am, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury? Yes. Okay, I have an advice of rights and plea information sheet. It's the rights that you would have to waive if you wanted to plead guilty today. Did you go over these rights today with your attorney? You understand each of those rights? Are you willing to waive all of these rights in order to plead guilty to domestic violence? You understand your right to the presumption that you are innocent. You're innocent until proven guilty. You can maintain your innocence and require that the prosecution first prove you're guilty by proving each element of each of the charges being brought against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand that? You have the right to see, hear, or question any witness called to testify against you. The right to call your own witnesses to testify on your behalf. The right to present evidence that you believe show a defense to the charges. And the right to remain silent and not have silence be used against you. All of those are rights you need to give up today. You understand that? Anyone threatening you to get you to give these rights up? Has there been any promises extended to you to get you to want to plead guilty? Do you feel that you're being coerced to plead guilty? Are you currently on probation or on parole? You understand that by pleading guilty, it could result in a conviction that you may need to report to your current job. You also could have to put this down on a future job application. It also could have an impact on travel or immigration status. So you might want to go on vacation one year and you can't go to this country because you have a conviction. You understand that? And are you looking to plead guilty because you believe you are guilty? As to domestic violence, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Factual basis.
Ms. Thompson, on the afternoon of September 14th, 2025, were you at or around 1900 South Cedar Street in the county of Ingham, in the city of Lansing, in the state of Michigan?
Yes.
And at that location, did you intentionally strike Evangeline Anderson?
Yes.
Was that strike in her chest?
Yes.
And did you commit that act knowingly?
Yes.
And intentionally?
Yes.
I think that's my response.
Any questions from the prosecutor?
Yes. Ms. Thompson, do you and Evangeline have a shared child?
No.
No? Were you in a dating relationship at the time of this situation? Or what was your relationship?
Married, but pending separation.
Okay.
You said married, but pending separation.
The
Okay.
people are satisfied.
The court is also satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea of finding your plea to be freely, voluntarily and intelligently made. This matter is scheduled for sentencing March 3rd, 9 o'clock in the morning. When you leave here, you're going downstairs, one floor to meet with our probation department. They're gonna get you scheduled for a pre-sentence interview. And they'll advise the court as to a recommendation as how they believe you should be sentenced. And if you're eligible for sentencing under 769.4A, okay? You have any questions about that? You may appear for your sentencing via Zoom as long as you have video, okay? Any additional matters for the record? March 3rd. 9 a.m. No problem. We'll get you downstairs in just a moment. Thank you. No problem.
Oh, come on.
State of Michigan versus Tila Knox at 25-01913. Appearance.
And I'll be here for the people.
Richard Williams on behalf of Ms. Knox.
Okay, we're proceeding today on an aggravated assault. Is that the final offer on this matter?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, is your client going to plead to the aggravated assault? Their code of the others guys, they were playing felony charge. Was it the Abu Alami guy? Ms. Rogers' client. Got it. Well, let's see. How's your client going to proceed?
Client is not going to be pleading to any aggravated assault.
Okay, so then I just realized these were co-defendant cases, we'll check. They're gonna run their trial together.
I think so.
Okay, we'll set it for the same trial date.
February 24th at 8 a.m.
February 24th at 8 a.m. works for you, counsel?
Write that down. 2/24
Correct, at 8 a.m.
and sounds good, Judge.
Thank you. Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people.
Nor the defense.
Thank you. We'll get you notice to appear.
Thank you.
No problem. State of Michigan versus Adrian Mendoza Cruz, 25-03470.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Assistant Public Defender Jessica Strong on behalf of Mr. Adrian Mendoza Cruz, who is standing to my right.
Okay, today was the date for Mr. Cruz to have a pre-trial, and this is for, we need an interpreter?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
Do we have one?
No.
Kurt Wilson? He is, I believe, downstairs. Let's see if we can get an interpreter. We'll call the case back. There's a Randy Areola. Here. A little early, but no. ready on that matter or not?
Yes, ma'am.
You are? You said,
I am,
counsel?
yes, Your Honor.
State of Michigan versus Randy Arola, 25-03447, appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Miss Randy Vierola, who is here via Zoom.
This is for a dog malicious destruction of property. How are we resolving this matter?
Your Honor, I'm still in discussions with the individual whose property was damaged, but we're hoping to eventually offer a civil infraction restitution that will be coming more formally this week, probably to Mr. Rob.
Okay, so we'll set this for a second trial. January 20th at 10. Do you have any questions today, Ms. Arola?
I haven't had a chance to talk to the attorney, so I'm not exactly for sure where I go from here.
Well, the attorney does not have an offer yet, so that's probably part of the reason why you've not yet spoken with a public defender. There's also a couple of public defenders that were supposed to be here today that are out ill. And so Ms. Straub is holding down the fort for everyone today.
Okay.
And we phone tag, so.
It sounds like there was some back and forth on the phone as well. However, you haven't missed anything yet because the prosecutor is still working to see if there could be an offer extended. And then you and Ms. Straub or someone else from our office, I'm sure will be in touch soon, okay?
Okay, good.
Do you have any other questions or concerns, ma'am?
No, ma'am.
Okay, well then you're all set for today.
Thank you.
No problem. I'm going to the radio and see if we can get Carlos here to interpret.
Yeah, I got you.
Is Angela Jones here?
I think Ms. Crocker mom just took her, the city attorney just took her out there.
Oh, because they put this, we got it on the wrong date. Wow. This is the first instance from Judge Clark's hand right now. I don't know why we need a city attorney, it's over. Because they paid it. I just got it sent to you. How much?
$995.38.
Yeah. That's what it is. City of Lansing versus Angela Jones. This is 17-04830.
Morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Kirkland on behalf of the City of Lansing.
Angela Jones? Okay, you don't have an attorney, do you?
No, ma'am.
This matter was scheduled today for a deferred sentence. Looks like you saw Judge Clark back in 2018. 2018, I was not even a judge yet. You saw Judge Clark in 2018. You pled guilty to count 5, it says. You owed at the time $1,029.48, it looks like. There was a $200 bond that was applied. You had a balance in of $829.48. He divided that in 12 months, gave you 12 months to pay. You're going to make payments of $69.12 per month beginning November 9th, 2018. It is now 2026, almost a decade later. Your balance is 0?
I'm making, payment arrangements with them now to do it.
Okay, well, then the judgment, or the sentence has to go in at this point. There's nothing else. I can't defer it anymore. You do recognize that. So your original agreement was you were to plead guilty to count 5. There's a deferred sentence, meaning you make these payments within a year, they would dismiss the charge. It's been 8 years. You've not made the payments. So now the charge cannot be dismissed. You still have to make the payments. They just can't dismiss the charge. The charge stays on your record now.
Oh. Am I allowed to ask a question?
You can.
Okay, so that means that it will be, what is that, like something permanent, like?
It means you have a conviction for failure to pay income taxes on your record. Yes.
So even if I pay it off, it's still gonna stay there?
Unless they want to go in and later nolly it, that's up to them. But the deferred sentencing, there's nothing I can do because your agreement was, it was deferred, you would pay it off within that 1 year, and then they would dismiss it per the agreement. Okay, so your sentence again is, and I'm understanding is there's an additional, it's probably more than $829 that you owe now. What is it?
$9.95.
$995 is what you owe now. And now your payment plan is through the court. It's not through them. You got to make your payment plan with me. How much are you gonna pay and when are you gonna make your first payment?
I get paid every week. I work for Cabin. I get paid every week. I do have, well, I don't know, tell you this.
I just need to know how much can you afford to pay?
I can afford like 50 a month because I have my rent, which is $875.
Okay, you're gonna pay $50 a month beginning next month?
I can start next month.
Okay, we'll say you'll make a payment by the 5th of February, and you'll make a payment of the 5th of each month of at least $50, okay? Do you have any questions about how you make your payment? You can go right up there to the criminal traffic window to make your payment, or you can mail check or money order with your case number on it to the criminal traffic department, okay? Do you have any other questions? Any additional matters for the record, Kelsey?
No, you're right.
You're all set. Okay. Back on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Adrian Mendoza Cruz.
Anna Buckingham for the people.
Mendoza Cruz.
Assistant Public Defender Justice Straub on behalf of Mr. Mendoza Cruz, who's standing to my right.
Thank you, and we do have an interpreter present. Can you state your name for the record?
Carlos Hernandez.
Thank you. And today was a date scheduled for a pretrial. What it looks like. This was a matter that had to be reset so that he can get a public defender. Was there an offer on this at all?
Yes, Your Honor. I sent the following offer just yesterday over to Ms. Straub. The offer is to plead to 1 count of the MDOPP, count 1, and dismissal of the assault and battery, no restitution requested.
Your Honor, Mr. Mendoza Cruz is currently on an ICE hold. And so it is in his absolute best interest to pursue a dismissal if at all possible. And so we'd like to proceed to final retrial.
February 10th at 8 a.m.
February 10th at 8 a.m.
Jury.
Yes, jury.
Jury trial, February 24th at 8 a.m.
And jury trial February 24th at 8 a.m. Witnesses must appear. Do you have any questions today?
No, not at the time.
Any additional matters for the record?
Not from the people. Nothing further. Your Honor.
That will get you a notice to appear.
Van a dar un papel con un día que tengo que dirigir. Sí, es el 10 de febrero a las 8. Y te van a pedir un de represalia también. Así no había.
Thank you, Carlos.
Yes, you're welcome, Your Honor. Si quieres estar un asiento, pero doy el papel.
Sí, muchas gracias.
Sí, no.
Okay. Belafonte, there was a victim here, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
We all should go off the record and see if it's possible for an offer to be extended today.
Yes. Thank you.
Luther Thompson,
What's your name?
Pittman,
Pittman, I'm sorry.
Kim Pittman, 24-02049. You come forward, sir. Mr. Pittman, this is a show cause because you owe $230. It looks like I saw you back in August, and you said you were having some surgeries and wasn't working. And then it looks like there's a note in October, that you just started working, so we reset this. Are you able to make a payment now?
Already made.
I'm sorry, today?
And I also,
Huh?
It says he owes 190, so he made something.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, sir?
I can make it tomorrow. I was off a day. Hey, my birthday, but my birthday is tomorrow, so I can make another payment tomorrow. I can make that next one. I just wanted to show you I did have a job.
Okay, it says you owe a balance of 190. I noted that you made a payment of $40 today, that you'll make a payment of at least $40 per month until paid in full, okay? You're all set. Thank you. Okay, Sean Battle did not appear.
Sean Battle.
Johnson.
Anisha Powell.
Anisha Powell here.
Powell did appear. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on Zoom. No Thompson.
Thompson.
And no,
Battle.
Battle. Okay. Oh, no.
That's where they knocked the guy.
I know, I saw that. Okay. On the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Dominic Bellatot. Did the parties meet and was their offer extended?
The people extended an offer of no objection to 769-4A, leading to the count of PD.
Okay, did your client want to continue the trial?
We'd like a little bit of time, Your Honor, to think about that. So if we could proceed to trial.
Okay, you can proceed to trial, which is scheduled for February 10th. And I'll note here that your client will let you know. Obviously, you have, our policy is that you have to let the court know the Friday before
Yes, Your Honor.
that there's going to be a trial.
Yes,
So if you're not going to, you'll let us know by that time. Okay, yes, Your Honor. Any additional matters for the record?
Not for the people.
Is Edward Cade here?
Yes, he is. Yes.
No.
Yours. Oh, no, it's not yours. No, you're good to go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Does she need another notice?
Does she need a notice to appear for, does she need a notice for a trial?
That's what you.
Oh, okay, I got you. Okay.
For the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Edward Bernard Cade, 19-04404 FY. Can I have the prosecution appearance, please?
Anna Buckingham for the people.
Okay, and Mr. Cade, you're representing yourself on a motion to set aside a conviction.
Yes, sure.
I do have a copy of the motion here. This is for a non-sufficient fund check conviction. Date of conviction is for September 3rd, 2020. The prosecution's office should have received a copy of his motion. Did your office receive a copy?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and are you taking a position at this time?
Your Honor, I'll defer to Mr. Cade to begin. I believe that he would like to address the court first after discussion.
I'm absolutely aware that I'm wondering if your office is objecting at all.
Your Honor, it came to our attention that there may be an issue with timing that was discussed with Mr. Cade about the application. So I believe that he may be making.
Withdrawing his motion? So that, so what's the issue?
Your Honor, I'd like to take some time to ask for a withdrawal, but hopefully that maybe explain something. You may be able to use your discretionary in this matter, because due to the fact that something should have been expunged off my record, I have a copy that it hadn't came off automatically. So my dates are a little correct, if I may explain. But
You said something that should have been expunged did not, and your dates are incorrect, you said?
automatic. Could I show you, give you a copy of this? If you don't
What
mind?
is it that you want to give me a copy of?
This is a copy of what was there. This is the one that automatically.
No, what is it that you're trying to show me? What is the paper?
It's a list of my offenses here, Your Honor.
Where did you get that paper from?
Your Honor, may it please support.
What's your name?
My name is Anne Marie Boyce. I am a member of the bar, but I just was helping Mr. Cade on a pro bono basis. And I made a list of his convictions.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I've never seen that form before, so I'm trying to figure. So that's just something you made for him, for his benefit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I have a list of your convictions, so you don't need to provide me that. Just give me which conviction you're talking about.
Okay, the misdemeanor check, the non-sufficient funds dated 9/30/20. My last day of conviction was 5/3/21, but that should have automatically been expunged. And I was unaware of that when I filed this petition until I got to court today, and the prosecuting attorney brought to my knowledge that, hey, that there's a 5-year waiting period. I thought it was a 3-year, but if that should have already been expunged, and it may already be off my state police report, but I was unaware. I had to make this argument, so I didn't bring that copy. But if that should have already been expunged, that means it will move my date up to this misdemeanor disturbing the peace one, which last day was 3/30/21. Now on 3/30/21, that would exceed the 5-year period. The only reason why I asked for the court's discretionary record here is that I have a lot that I put together for this whole matter, and my disruptive behavior started at 4/10/89. I'm 57 years old, and I have an opportunity, and I have, if the court wants me to wait, I will, because I only have to wait till May. But if this should have already been expunged, then maybe I won't have to refile and go through all this again. I do have an argument. I like this.
I want the prosecution to address what they told you.
Your Honor, my understanding was that Mr. Cade was removed from supervision from his 2019 case on May 3rd, 2021. It's my understanding that the aggravated assault requires a 5-year waiting period. And because of that, that would put us out to May of 2026.
Also,
What aggravated assault?
It's one of the listed on the motion that he's attempting to expunge.
I'm sorry, the motion I have is for a non-sufficient fund.
You just have the single count?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Your Honor, in the motion I have 2 counts. One is a misdemeanor aggravated assault. The other is misdemeanor check non-sufficient funds.
This one's too old to see it on the, in our system. What's this? Does he have another file? Oh, he has 2 files. I only called 19-04408. So I haven't gotten to the aggravated assault.
I would also note, Your Honor, if I may, that the Attorney General did not, Jay went over my application, they did not object.
I was gonna say, I'm looking at the non-sufficient funds. I didn't realize he had 2 separate files.
I have no objection to that.
Yeah, the Attorney General did not object to this one. And so the, looks like the prosecution is not taking an opinion on that. So your concerns are about the other file?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, that clears things up, because I'm like, I don't see an aggravated assault. As it relates to the non-sufficient fund, I recognize you got a lot going on. You're trying to clear up your criminal history. What have you been doing though, sir, since your conviction on this in 2020?
If I may add here, my circuit superintendent record.
Can you put your head up so I can hear you?
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor. I can't see without.
No worries.
Okay. What I've been doing is that I've also bought a copy. This to show you what I've been doing, this attachment. This is what I've been doing.
I don't want to review. I want you to just talk.
Okay.
You don't have to read, just,
Okay.
this
Well,
is informal, although
Okay. From the
formal.
very beginning.
Just tell me what you've been doing to better yourself.
Okay. Well, let me explain that. From the very beginning, when I caught this first case in 1989, okay, I was 18 years old. I'm 57. I had to work twice as hard, meaning that due to the fact that I caught a high-grade misdemeanor at 18 years old, made my life a little tougher. And I didn't realize that because I was a young know-it-all kid, okay? So I didn't realize the damage I did myself when I went into court that day. So from age 18, I had to work 2 or 3 jobs. I joined the military. I've got an honorable discharge. I have worked 2 or 3 jobs. My daughter, I cheated my way through high school. My daughter in my same school, I got full custody of my daughter. She was valedictorian in my same school. I came and had a meeting with Mr. Giddings when he was in court here. And I asked him, yes, when I got custody of my daughter, what's the best thing? Because I have an 18-year-old son. At the time, I had a son. My son was the first one in my family ever to graduate college. What I've done, I put them, made sure they didn't walk back in my footsteps. And when I got custody of my 5-year-old daughter, which I realized she was a young lady, I had to get advice on how to raise her because I was a young know-it-all kid, but I was coming to my senses. So once he did that, he said the best thing you can do for your child is read to them. Now, I wasn't sure about my reading ability, but what I did know is that I tricked her into reading. I said, Daddy said you read 5 minutes a day and I'll buy you anything you want. Well, I did that.
It's not tricky.
Well, I did that. And you know, Barnes and Nobles got to be quite expensive after a while, but I watched her mind open up. Now that encouraged me in a way too, because I saw what it did for her. But also what I did from there, I worked 2 or 3 jobs. My kids have never wanted for anything. My son was the first one to graduate college. My family, my daughter's going to be the second. My daughter was valedictorian in my school I went to, the one I cheated my way through.
What school is that?
Everett High School. And now she's at Michigan Tech in her senior year. And I support her royally. From there in my life, what I did, I joined the military. I have honorable discharge from there. I was a store manager, because I was the guy they called to clean up all these bad stores and everything. They would call me, the Family Dollars, the ones that would get robbed, but I ran those stores successfully. I brought them from a negative to a positive. I also, I went back to school and learned to get my trucking degree. I turned my $35,000 a year job to over $100-some-thousand a year driving trucks, until unfortunately I got hit by a car. 2 years ago, I hit by a car at work, which forced me to retire, which is a blessing because now I get to work on my heart's desire. I put up my own car dealership business. I have a federal finance license. I in turn told my kids, it says, you can do anything you want to. What I've learned from all this and getting this stuff off my record, what it does is open the door for me to do what I'm doing now. I'm working with Small Business Administration right now. We're putting together a $20 million deal to do something for people that are working on a business that's never been done, but it helps everybody. And with what's going on in the economy, that's another story down the road, but that's what I'm doing with my life. Every day, I thank God to be here, and I move better to better my life, and I make sure I'm a productive citizen, but I want to give back. I want to show there's nothing, what I've learned, that there's nothing you can't do once you put your mind on it and do it. And I'm watching the fruit of that labor now.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you sharing those things. So you got custody of your daughter when?
5 years old.
And she's in college now?
Yeah, she's and be careful what you ask for, because prayer is everything. God is real, like I'm talking to you. And what I did, I asked for because my son, I got him through my divorce. I was a weekend dad, but I stayed in his life. Me and him had, I raised my kids with respect, and if they stepped out of line, I was a tough dad, but I gave them anything they wanted. As long as they lived by the rules, we had two choices in my family. They had to give you anything you want. And, we worked on this. When they stepped out, they paid a price, but from there, they excel. They excel. I watched
stop you. And the reason why is I can appreciate that you, got involved in the criminal justice system earlier in your life, and that you had some challenges. So you shared about navigating so that you could turn your life around. The concerns that I have is that this is a case from 6 years ago.
Yes.
This is not a case from when you got custody or prior to you getting custody of your child. So I want to know, because at this point, your child, 6 years ago, your child's in high school.
I'll explain.
That's exactly what I want to hear about.
Okay.
What have you done since this conviction?
Well, here we go. Well, also what I did not tell you about is that growing up a know-it-all kid when the GM baby came in, okay? They didn't have a dare on
when the
GM was on. I was a GM child when coming up from down south.
Okay.
And family comes to GM, right?
Right.
I was brought up to Michigan from Townsend, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about this thing, but I grew up fast. My family spoiled me, and I got into some things I shouldn't have got into.
Mm-hmm.
I was introduced to drugs at 16 years old. And with that, I learned about something I didn't know anything about. Now, I had something controlling me that I could not control. And I didn't realize what it was because they didn't have the dare on drugs then. So I had to go through the depths of hell, and that's where you see where this incarceration thing starts in my life. Okay. Now, through the battles, the most years I had clean, I've had 10 years clean. I've had a relapse in the last 2 years, and I'll say that with me because my mom ended up dying. I didn't get hit by a car, and I met some people. I trusted too many people, but I stayed focused because what I've learned is that as long as you put your mind on something, remember I said you can overcome anything. So I didn't allow the devil to keep me. I came out of that hole. I got back in line. I got back spiritually, and I got my life back together. And doors open up left and right. It's not something, I don't have a desire to get high.
Let me stop you.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate your testimony, I do, but you're not giving me what I'm asking.
Okay.
This conviction was in 2020, September 2020.
Okay, what have I done then?
I don't want to know about what happened when you were 16.
Understood.
Because that explains how you got here in the first place, the beginning of your trajectory. But then there was a break, it appears, in your criminal history. It looks like from 2011, you didn't have any issues. Okay. And then 2020, you get this charge. Okay. What took place since 2020?
That's when I opened my business up.
What business is that?
I have the JC Auto. When I started out.
You opened it when?
2020, right around there.
Okay, and you ended up Is that how you got this conviction? Trying to open up the
No.
business?
Prior to that conviction, that's when I had fell off and I got the conviction. So then what I had to do, I was working 2 jobs at the time. I was working at Alliance Interior and I was running Family Dollar, those stores. So I was working 18 to 19 hours a day. But I mean, from 11 o'clock at night to 7 o'clock in the morning.
So you were having some financial issues.
Right,
at
so
that
from
time.
there, I said, okay, I went to truck driving school because I was working so hard. That's when I turned my life to truck driving. But so then I started driving trucks. So then I started opening up a business. I opened up JC Auto. It was JC Auto in Lansing. I applied for a federal finance license. And due to the fact that everything that's on this record here, I had to speak with the supervisor in charge of the federal finance license in that department. She said, man, I really want you to get this license. She walked me through step by step of what to put down because I had so much stuff on my record. As you can see, if you look back from that, it's a lot of stuff to explain. From there, she walked me through that. And when she walked me through it, I was approved for my federal finance license. I was approved for financing. I moved up on the corner of Waverly and Grand River, right across from RPM Auto Sales.
When was this?
That was 2011. And
2011?
it's right after that conviction. I'm sorry. The day you talked about, that was 2011.
No, I'm asking you, when did you open this business and get approved for federal finance?
Well, that was in 2011.
2011?
Yes.
Well, then you're not answering my question. I'm asking you about something that happened after 2020.
2020. In 2023, I got hit by a car. And that's when I went on disability. Prior to 2023, I was driving trucks, driving for Jack Cooper Transfer. I went to school. So
in 2020, you were driving trucks?
At 2023, that's when I had my accident.
What were you doing in 2020?
At 20, I'm backing it up for you so I can try to remember myself.
Okay.
So in 2020, I was driving trucks. In 2020, I had my dealership. Now, what happened with that dealership, due to the fact when I told you about these incidences I had, and I had an incident, I was making so much money, I was making $50,000 a month. And this is with the dealership. And what happened is that I flipped, and that's being honest to the court. I slipped, and from there I got mugged in Kalamazoo, Michigan, on a car deal. So from that car deal, I got carjacked and robbed in Kalamazoo delivering a car. So when I found out they were gang infested people, from there I was scared to go back to work. So I closed my business and went back to trucking. But prior to 2020, when I was running the dealership, I was successful. I had perfect credit with my dealership. That's why I went back into business after I got in this accident. I'm going back in that business now and open up these doors. But prior to that incident in Kalamazoo where I got carjacked and got robbed, I was very successful. I was making $50,000.
Sir, in 2020, you were convicted of swindling some people by writing fraudulent checks.
Right.
What did you do? What have you been doing since then to show me that I'm no longer swindling people?
Oh, yes. So then, that's what I'm saying. Okay, 2020, 2023, the dealership.
Where do you work now?
Well, I'm retired now. That's why my business. I sell cars now. That's what I do.
Do you have a car dealership where?
Yeah, well, I have a, let me slow down. I buy and sell cars, and what I'm doing, I'm reapplying. That's why I'm trying to get this off my record. I'm reapplying.
Your car dealership is where?
No, my car dealership was on the corner of Grand River, but that license I'm renewing.
So you don't have a car dealership right now?
Yeah, I have 6 cars now. I'm selling right out of my house. They're all over the corner.
Okay, so you're selling them out of your home?
Yes, and I have like covering Martin Luther King and Holmes. I have 3 cars up there right now. I have 4 in my driveway. So while I'm doing that with my settlement money, so I can turn around and take that money and not just spend it, but have income coming in.
And how long have you been doing this?
I've been doing that since my accident in 2023. So when I had the accident, I got hit by a car and it totally tore my shoulder up, and it put me off work because I can only lift 5 pounds.
Okay.
So that's when I went back. But also, I'm working with the Small Business Administration, Daryl Horton at the Small Business Administration. I've been working with him for 2 or 3 years right now, putting together this business as a concept to bring something that's never been done before.
But weren't you a business owner in 2020?
Yes, that's when I started the business. But
so
remember,
I don't understand what is it that you want me to rely on to show that it's in the interest of public welfare, that I've done these things to turn over my life. And these are the reasons why I will no longer be swindling people. Even you were in business then. Opening a business doesn't mean that you're not going to swindle anybody. especially a car dealing business.
And I'll explain that. I'll explain that perfectly. Okay, let's get back to the business. Okay, yes, I had a car business then. That business ended when I was carjacked in Kalamazoo. That was a whole story front end, the police reporter, all that stuff. And then I was scared to work because there was gang members. I didn't know anything about that. I know that some people that came into my life I didn't know. So that went away. I went back to truck driving school. And then after that, after I got hit by that car, then my mom passed away. Now, after that, what I turned on and did, this whole time I've still been working on a business to help people. The business I'm putting together now, and this is what I've been doing. It takes time.
What is the business that you're working on to help people?
Well, it's a concept. For instance, if the court may allow me to, I get a little zero job, but it all makes sense. I came up with the deal Car Shield 2 years before it came out. What I did, I sent Money Mayweather a letter, and that turned around. And all of a sudden, 2 years later,
Money Mayweather?
Yeah, I sent him a letter because I needed capital. I didn't understand business then like I understand it now. So I wrote the whole business plan
You're
out.
talking about Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah, I sent the whole business plan to Money Mayweather, and I never heard back. But then 2 years later, Car Show came out. What I mean by that is that and this whole idea was to help people, right? So then what I did, I pivoted off that idea. What I did, I got with Daryl Horton, the Small Business Administration. And what he did, we came up with a concept is that it's not, don't pay when your car breaks down, don't pay if your car breaks down, pay when your car breaks down. We're bringing a concept that nobody has to wait anymore to worry about paying their rent or getting their car fixed. We're using your car as credit. We're going to cut these corporations out because corporations get your car fixed $160 an hour. We're cutting these corporations out. We're going to lower the price down. And I can do that because it's going to be like Bell Tire. It's not just a company I'm going to run. It's going to be run by a management company, which protects me against myself. Meaning that once this business is set up, it's going to be just like Bell Tire. And it's going to, hopefully it franchises off, but it's going to be something that's going to keep giving to the people. I had a meeting with the mayor.
Stop you. Because you have these meetings with people to try to open up a business based on a concept, you believe that that warrants setting aside your conviction?
No, what means to set aside my conviction? What this does is opens up.
I know what set aside conviction does, but why do you want that is what I want to know.
Why do
and it's not because you're opening a business.
Oh, no, why do I want it?
Well, not want it. What behaviors, what things have you done or have you been involved in since 2020 that warrants that, you know what, he's done these things, so he's showing good faith, and he's showing that he's turned his behavior around, and so we should grant this conviction to be set aside. You telling me that you opened up a business and that you sent Floyd Mayweather a letter and that you met with the mayor and that you applied for federal financing does not, to me, make me believe that your actions warrant setting this aside. If you had told me that, you know, I got into a treatment program or I went, don't try to interrupt me, because this is the longest motion for setting aside conviction hearing I've ever held.
I'm sorry.
And that's because you are not able to give me what I need.
I'll give you it right now. This is
your last chance today to give me the last chance today to give me what you need. I want to know what actions have you taken to show me that your circumstances and your current behavior warrant me setting aside this conviction.
Okay, here we go. Let's start this, and I'll be real quick and precise. I've been through treatment programs all my life. Okay, I'm 57 years old. It's not.
I don't want to hear about the treatment programs that you have that were effective since 2020.
What have I done since then?
Since
well,
2020.
I'm an active member. What keeps me pure and sober is God.
It's what?
Jesus. And what I mean by that is that I have a relationship with God.
And you did not have this relationship prior to 2020?
I did not have it as strong as I did. Now, what I've learned is that the closer you get to God, the closer it gets to you. And what I've done in my life is achieve peace for the first time ever in my life. Meaning that prior to this whole incident, when I picked myself back up after my last trial, I got myself back in line. I have Bible study at my house every Tuesday. I go to a men's meeting every month. I have a men's meeting every Tuesday. I have Bible study
where?
At Trinity Church. Trinity, what now is One Church on Canal Road. I'm an active member there. I go to
who's presiding over the Bible study?
It's called the Iron Brothers. They're on Tuesdays. So Pastor John, it's a bunch of some men's Bible study.
Pastor John who?
It's John. I got it on my phone. He's not a pastor. He's just it's a men's group that meets at that church. Okay, every Tuesday, and that's what we do. We go.
So you say you had it at your house on Tuesday?
No. Saturday is Saturday is a Bible study, and that's a guy. This is neat how I met this guy. He used to teach Bible study to people in college. He came to me and asked me to have Bible study at my house. We have that every Saturday. And then every Thursday,
I go to the guy that's hosting Bible study at your house every Saturday?
His name is.
You don't know his name?
I do know his name. I'm just a little nervous right now.
Calm down.
Let me calm down. Okay, he's a great friend of mine.
He's a great friend of yours, but you don't know his
Todd.
name.
His name is Todd. And
Todd what?
Todd, I'm not sure his last name. And the reason why I say that, if I hit this phone, you'll see what he says. I say, hey, buddy, he's the greatest man. He works out of Chicago, and because
He works out of Chicago.
yeah, but he lives here. He lives here.
Oh, okay.
And he lives here and he can move back and forth. I've met people through this church, and this is what I've been doing. I met another guy, banker in Chicago. They took me to Chicago to invite the people that I met in this lifestyle, the people that I associate with. You want to know what I do?
Since 2020.
Yeah, since 2020. I go to CR every Thursday night.
What's CR?
CR is a new recovery program. It's called I've been tongue fighting. CR is called Celebrate Recovery.
Okay.
And we meet, we have dinner, we go to a service, and we break into meetings.
How often do you do that?
Every Thursday.
Thursday.
Every Thursday.
So Bible study on Tuesdays and Saturdays, Saturday at your house, Tuesday men's group with the church.
And then Sunday.
And then CR on Thursdays.
CR on Thursday. And then Sunday church in the morning. And then Sunday evening, I go to a step study for the CR meeting.
A step study? What's that?
What that does, the step study breaks down the things I went through in life. We got books to read, and it breaks these things down. What it does is that we go through every step of my life, the pains and the struggles, and it's a CR recovery program. It's a new recovery kind of issue.
Interesting.
Right, but I go to that every Sunday, and that's a 6-month program.
Who is this young lady behind you supporting you today?
Now, this is another amazing young lady.
Who is she?
Her name is Anne Marie.
And how do you know her?
I met her through doing work at a church. I volunteered. This is since I was doing volunteer work at a church around the corner over here. This is what I've been doing
since 2020.
Yeah, since 2020. And doing this volunteer work, and putting this business plan together. I got in touch with the pastor. Pastor said, "Hey, I want you to meet this young lady." And through that program, I met this young lady. And
she was impressed with you.
She's
giving her free legal advice to help you get this done.
She is an amazing woman. And I tell her all the time, you're changing people's lives is what you're doing.
What's her name again?
Anne Marie.
Anne Marie what?
I'm not good with last names yet.
You gotta know your really close friends' names.
But see, that's just it. This is all, everything's coming in, it's all coming so fast, and
you're moving it quicker than it needs to be. You talk 100 miles a moment. Let me tell you something, sir. You gotta slow down. You gotta slow down.
I'm sorry, I get excited and I apologize and I get emotional with it, and I do apologize to the court. There's just so much.
I know. It's so much, and you don't have to tell me all of it. I really just needed to know what you've been doing since 2020, since this conviction that warrants setting aside. It took me having to pull a few teeth. We got there, and Ms. Anne Marie, you think that his behavior and his current lifestyle supports the setting aside conviction?
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, there it is.
Convinced.
I believe
he
that.
does have letters of support that have been written since 2020. He has a copy for you and the prosecutor, if Your Honor would like to look at those.
As it relates to your application in file number 19-04408, I will grant your application. I find that your behavior is consistent with the setting aside the conviction. So we'll sign and date that one for today. You do have, however, this is file number C9446575, and that is for an aggravated assault. And it has not yet been 5 years since that conviction. No, this is a date of conviction 89.
Your Honor, my understanding is that the clock begins at the last day of supervision of the last interceding crime. If that's not the stance of this court, we have no issue with deferring to Your Honor.
He was under supervision until when?
May 3 of 2021. That was the other case.
That was the other case.
Correct, Your Honor. We'll defer to the court on this.
That's a long time ago. He would have lost jurisdiction unless he absconded for some reason. And I don't see that here. Now, obviously, since '89, looks like you've had some back and forth, but you appear to be on the right track, or at least have some support now to help you stay on the right track now. Let's see. Yeah, it says probation was terminated in 1990. On this side. Again, based on the information you provided to the court today, I do believe that, excuse me, your actions are consistent with the public welfare, so we will grant your request to set aside this conviction as well, okay? Congratulations to you and best wishes, sir.
Yeah, I do have I do have a copy of the order already signed, already ready for you. It's a sign.
The order that I need to sign is in my files,
Oh.
so I sign those.
Okay.
Thank you.
you.
Nope, you're all set.
Thank you. God bless
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. No, you're fine. You just breathe.
I told her that too. I need to slow down. Thank you. And thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. Is Kendra Freeman here?
So.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Kendra Freeman, 25-02185. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Assistant Public Defender Justice Strong on behalf of Kendra Freeman, who is here via Zoom.
Okay, Kendra Freeman has 2 assault and battery charges. Is there an offer or do we need to proceed to final approval?
Yes, Your Honor, we have extended the offer of pleading to 1 count of assault and battery, dismissing the other.
How does your client want to proceed?
We would like to move to final pretrial conference.
February 10th at 8 a.m. February 10th at 8 a.m. in person at the court, okay, Ms. Freeman?
Okay.
Your jury trial will be scheduled for March 3rd, also at 8 a.m. You must appear in person for that date as well. Do you have any questions at this time?
You said I have to appear in person?
That's correct, here at the court.
Okay.
Where we all are, in here.
Is at what time?
8 a.m.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
Any additional
ma'am.
matters for the record? Okay.
Not from the people. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Okay, let's see, is Henry Griffin here?
Yes.
State of Michigan versus Henry Griffin at 25-02209, 2210, and then 2545678093. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Assistant Public Defender Justin Straub on behalf of Mr. Griffin, who is standing to my right.
And this is Henry Lee Griffin Jr., correct?
Correct.
Okay, I have an expired plate. I have a no valid ops. And then there was a security failure that we reset this because he was trying to secure a valid ops. And he had a scheduled driving test. How are we proceeding at this time?
Your Honor, we will be offering a plea to an amended expired license plate into an impeding infraction, and then we'll be dismissing the balance.
Expired license plate. And dismiss the balance.
Yes, Your Honor.
Your client wants to accept responsibility.
Yes, Your Honor.
The fine is $135. Is he paying that today?
He would like to make a payment arrangement with the clerk, Your Honor.
How much are you paying today? You're gonna pay 25 today, and when are you gonna make your next payment? How much? 50. And when are you gonna pay the balance? 30 days from then?
Yes.
Okay, I'll note that here on the file. We'll get you to the criminal traffic window so you can make your $25 payment today. The other two cases are dismissed. Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Not really.
He's got to go to criminal traffic to make a payment of 25 today.
Okay, thank you.
State of Michigan versus Coding Towers, 25-01702.
Anna Buckingham. Assistant Public Defender Justice Rob on behalf of Ms. Celine Towers, who is to my right.
Okay, Ms. Towers had a rescheduled pre-trial today. I think that the parties were trying to look into whether or not this animal could be vaccinated.
Your Honor, we'll be requesting another pre-trial if you'd be willing.
For the purposes of
To further investigation, further discussions. Defense Attorney Straub and I have been looking into the matter together.
I believe that Ms. Towers stated last time, the dog is over 18 and can't be vaxxed.
That's correct, Your Honor. We're still talking with animal control and trying to get a better understanding of the situation.
Maybe we got to subpoena them here. Maybe we need a final pre-trial.
No objection.
February 10th at 8 a.m. February 10th at 8 a.m. For final pre-trial. And then that way we can find out more information. Yeah, we'll get a jury trial too.
March 3rd at 8 a.m.
March 3rd, 8 a.m. for jury trial at this time. Do you have any questions for the court today, Ms. Towers?
No, I don't, Your Honor. Thank you.
Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We already did Ariel. Is Brianna Cannon here? Okay, the Michigan versus Brianna Cannon, 24-01060. Appearance, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people.
Sorry.
Assistant Public Defender on behalf of Justice Rob on behalf of Ms. Cannon, who is standing to my right.
Right. This is a good sign.
We're working on.
That's a good sign, right? Okay, today was a date set for a pre-trial on a child abuse court. How are we proceeding on this?
There's no offer at this time, Your Honor. We'd like to set a final pre-trial.
Let's see here. It's a minor. And your client wants to go to trial. I'm not having a final pre-trial to bring a minor in here.
I think it's mainly, Your Honor, to work through an offer. We
can-
haven't had any
You
conversation.
can have a final pre-trial. There will be no witness required to appear. February 10th at 8 a.m. February 10th at 8 a.m. Jury trial March 3rd at 8 a.m. March 3rd is currently the date scheduled for jury trial also at 8 a.m. You must appear in person for both, okay? Get your notice to appear. Do you have any questions at this time for the court?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record? Counsel?
Not for the people.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You're all set.
Your Honor, if you could please support, we would like to address bond for Ms. Dominique Belafont. We were already on the record for her, but she just brought to my attention.
I just need to file that. Thank you. Tap on the record in the matter of the state of Michigan versus Dominique Belafont.
Yes, Your Honor, I do believe that currently a standard bond condition exists that prohibits Ms. Oliphant from going back to her address. It is our understanding that the complaining witness has moved out of that address. And has been gone since December 8th, you said. And so we're requesting a modification of the bond order to allow her to return to her home address. Where I believe Sister also resides. Sorry.
No, Your Honor, I will acknowledge that after speaking to the victim, he no longer resides at that address on Capitol.
501 South Capitol, apartment 201. I'll amend the bond so you can return that. Thank you. The no contact order will still continue. Any additional matters for the record?
Not for the people.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
State of Michigan versus Noah Cramble, 25-03296. Parents, please.
Anna Buckingham for the people. Assistant Public Defender Jessica Straub on behalf of Mr. Noah Campbell, who I do believe is here via Zoom.
Okay, Mr. Cramble had a pre-trial. Mr. Cramble, you can hear us clearly, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
This is a pre-trial for reckless driving. I think there was a step to adjourn the previous pre-trial because there was a need for some additional information. Did you receive the additional information?
It is our understanding, Your Honor, that this case has been knowledge. My client does have a copy of this order.
Can Nolly a citation? Are you moving to dismiss? This is on the citation.
Your Honor, sorry. just-
No problem, take your time. I did do it on me.
Your Honor, we would dismiss this at this time.
Okay, it's dismissed probably because it's can't be. You're all set. Thank you. Mr. Campbell, you're all set.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Let's see, Shantae Jackson here. She has a history of not remembering court, so. I think that's the last one I have for you this morning. Or do I make something? That's it, until the afternoon.
A question